Okay, I said if I could get this figured out, I would make a YouTube video to help any other poor soul that's out there encountering the same problem. This is a 40-year-old house moved into a couple of years ago, and one of the problems I knew about and figured I'd get to it one day was the fact that the bath drain appeared to be missing parts, and sure enough, I've eventually found out this is a Kohler bath drain that at one point had a pop-up stopper and a toggle arm that was down in the drain going up to where the lift rod was behind the drain. However, when we moved in, the faceplate was in place, but the actual stopper and toggle pop-up arm were not. So it was just one big open drain. And finally, after my children putting enough things down the drain, I decided last week that this was the day to actually replace it. So first thing I did was run down to the hardware store, found a good one-size-fits-all drain that seemed like I could just screw out the drain and replace it with this guy that had a just a foot action pop-up stopper. First problem I encountered was trying to get this guy out. He was stuck in there pretty good. 40 years, you can see there are no cross arms. I tried several of the tricks I'd seen on YouTube, using pliers down in there, just getting up against these two notches and forcing it around. However, it would not budge. So finally went back and got this guy, tub drain remover, drain key is what I've seen and found, and sure enough, this fat end, those little notches right there fit perfectly down in there. And then using a adjustable wrench and a lot of torque, I wrestled with this thing for quite a while. It finally started moving bit by bit by bit, and eventually was able to pull it out. So I thought I had solved the problem. So I went, got my new one, went to screw it in, and sure enough quickly found out that this guy did not fit because the bath drain I took out is 2 inches across, which in the plumbing world I quickly found out is like a unicorn. Just for good reason did not make many of these. That's a 2-inch drain, and it's pretty much impossible to find new drains that'll fit down in there. So after a lot of internet research, trips to the plumbing parts store that were all completely fruitless, I finally came across something that recommended getting this guy, which is basically a bushing adapter that I will hopefully be able to screw in there, and then that will allow me to screw in this standard size tub drain, and hopefully children can't get anything else down there except maybe some hair. But anyway, this adapter is a Jones-Stevens Corporation part T05-023, and I will try to include a link in the post. But anyway, I'm about to try to reassemble everything and hope that it works. Okay, and now you can see I've got the bushing in place. Actually had a little trouble getting it in because my drain pipe was just a little bit off center. Actually screwed the bushing onto the new drain and just used the whole thing to get it down in there, and then back this back out just to have a look. So now I'm going to end up putting a little plumber's putty around the bottom and finish screwing it in. And there is the finished product. New drain in place. I need to clean the tub up a little bit. It's usually not this dirty. But got the stopper piece to go in there. And now hopefully no more little travel size shampoo bottles and other various objects getting stuck down in there. Put the old Kohler faceplate back on for now. But there you have it, converting an old Kohler 2-inch tub drain to a standard size thanks to that Jones-Stevens bushing.